So this video is going to be one that I've been wanting to do for a couple of months now. It's going to be a rainbow swirl, but not swirl in the sense that everything goes around together, but more swirl in the sense that the lines go around it and then kind of mix together just a teeny bit. So I just happened to have picked up the very last color of the rainbow that I didn't already have of this brand. So we are going to do cadmium red, orange, come on, okay, cadmium yellow, I don't know why that's not focusing, cobalt green, this is the one I grabbed today, lake blue, ultramarine blue. This happens to be the exact same color, best I can tell on my little drop on a paper towel test, as the Tim Holtz Indigo. And the very last color is purple. So I have a nice little rainbow lined up here. And then I also have some epoxy mixed with some white epoxy dye, because I want to kind of drizzle a little bit of white in between the colors. So I am just going to try and space it reasonably and just kind of let it rip. Normally I would be doing this real sporadic all over the place, but not today. I need, oh, that like double tapped. This brand is very bad about double tapping, I will say. Okay. So as you can tell, I forgot to say this part, I already had my cup base painted and epoxy already on there. So now I'm going to just do this. It's okay that they're going to overlap a little bit. I'm not really, good gravy. I'm not really worried about that. I know this isn't going to end up perfect, and I'm okay with that. So now we're going to go yellow. I'm pretty confident that my spacing will be off on this. But I've got realistic expectations for this, especially since it's my first go. It'd be so nice if these just ombre'd right together, wouldn't it? That would be too easy though. Whoa. My spacing is definitely off because I only have 3 colors left and I still have all of this to go. So maybe I'll do like a reverse rainbow going back the other direction. Alright. I'm not real happy with the way that spot's looking, but that's okay. This one's going to be kind of tricky because it's right on that curve of the cup. Yep. Ah! You know, it would be too easy if it actually went as planned. I almost feel like I need to lift my turner a little bit. All right, that's as good as that's gonna get. Don't really have room to do a complete reverse, but let's give it a shot anyways. Let's see if we can go really slowly. Try and control these drips just a little bit. I'm putting the lids on these as I go, just so I get that sense of accomplishment. This green is very similar to Botanical. If you happen to have that Tim Holtz color, it's really, really, really close. Kind of getting these on the back side of that spin so that it rolls instead of pools. I do have my mask handy too, by the way, because I'm about to heat this up. So keep that in mind if you're doing this. Make sure you have protection for yourself. And right here on the end, this is gonna roll right off the end. Oh, that kind of just took over, didn't it? Oh well. It's still nice. I still like it. Not sure what that spot's all about. So I have this epoxy right here that has been dyed, so to speak. And I just want to kind of drizzle it. Well, it's kind of thickened up on me, so it's going to be a little harder to drizzle. That's okay. I'm going to heat it up and that should help. I haven't learned how to do the Milky Way tumblers yet. I have a feeling I'm going to have to master my drizzling skills to be able to do one of those. I accidentally hit my cup with that just now. It's all right. Looks kind of gross if you think about it. That's okay. Like I said, I'm about to heat it up, so that should help. I'm going to spread that white out quite a bit better. Didn't go exactly like in between the colors like I was wanting to do, but that's all right. Still gonna look really cool. I hope. We're gonna find out together. Oh, I didn't really want any vertical stripes. All right, I think that's all I'm gonna do for the moment. So I'm gonna throw my mask on, because I will have a reaction if I don't. This is the heat gun I'm using now. It gets really, really toasty, so it's gonna be really easy to accidentally scorch my epoxy if I'm not careful. So I'm gonna throw my mask on now. You can still hear me, it's just a little muffled. And we're gonna blast it. I just need movement. Not necessarily trying to blend anything, but I want movement. And breaking apart that the white right there will make it kind of blend in to the black background colors. Even though that's not really like the goal in mind, but it kind of helps camouflage. It's not really the word I'm looking for, but that's okay. I don't really want my colors to move up and down at all. I really only want them to move around, swirling like that. If you have any dry spots where the ink just doesn't want to blend, don't be afraid to touch it. Alright, I'm actually going to make this spin the other direction now so that it kind of gives it a little bit different effect. There we go. If you touch it too much, it'll blend in a weird way that you may not want. Oopsie. Man, I'm very accident prone and clumsy today. Been like that all day long. Okay, so make sure you put that down where you aren't going to melt something or catch something on fire. So I kind of want a little bit more drizzle. I'm digging how this is turning out. As always, you might want to work with something underneath your workspace here, because it definitely can get messy. I'm about to invest in an apron sometime soon as well. Alright, teensy bit more right there in the middle. Okay, that's all I'm going to do again. I think that's probably it for the whole cup. But we'll see. Let's heat that back up so it kind of goes together a little bit better. Down here you can see air bubbles. That's just from the rim. Because the spray paint doesn't really fill in that gap usually, it often would leave that little space there. I'm going to go back the other direction again. My epoxy is falling off literally. Alright. That's all I'm going to do to this. I'm going to let this turn. Kind of don't like how that's looking right there, but not really much I can do about that at this point. Go ahead and turn you the other direction again. See if that does anything. That green really took over right there, and normally I will take the wand off and up, down, kind of give it some vertical movement that way, but I really didn't want the vertical movement, but this just kind of took over it. Can't talk today either. So I'm just going to turn this on low and pop these bubbles as they come around. I want some more movement here too. I said I was done, but I lied. I want this to be more horizontal than vertical. That'll do. So, I mean it this time. That is all I'm going to do to this cup. I'm going to let it turn for about 4 or 5-ish hours. I'll just set my timer, and then I'll come look at it in the morning and take a picture and then show you guys. So stay tuned for that part. So this isn't anywhere near what I was going for. It is not really rainbow in very much of the word. You can see right there that kind of lacy, air bubbly area. I came out here about an hour after it had been turning. There was a crud load of air bubbles kind of poking up through the epoxy. So not exactly what I was going for, but it's still really pretty. So I'm not mad about it. I'll just figure out some kind of decal to put on there and go from there. But you can get a little bit of the yellow. Not really any orange. Pretty sure I had my epoxy a little too thick, but it's still really pretty in person. On screen it looks like a bunch of green goo on there, but really it's not. In real life it's more of a Kelly green down to like a cobalt blue. It looks neon green and purple on screen. So anyways, you get the gist of it. So kind of get an idea of what I was going for, even though that's not where I ended up. You live and you learn. If you like my videos, give them a try, or excuse me, subscribe. Trying a little bit of everything now that my Christmas orders are over. I'm going to give a little bit of everything a go. I've got a camo saran wrap or cling wrap technique drying right now. That'll be uploaded in just a day or two. So leave a comment if you have any questions, and have a good one.